team in time. I live in my prime. I'm original.
It's week 6 of the NFL, and we'll see the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Dolphins and the Saints.
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to Johnson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Gone. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far,
they'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Perry, the man in motion. On second down, here's Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Now Goff. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Isaiah Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season. And this one is right through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Dolphins are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old Malachi? If you come to a fork in the road, take it, because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
On first down, it's gone.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
2nd and 10. Goff. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. After the turnover, it's Tua. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball.
There he goes, right side. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kendre Miller with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. 21G. Tua sets up to pass it. Looking for Campbell downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
You ain't going nowhere.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Goff now looks to throw. Underneath for Miller. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain. That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Chase Claypool.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Dolphins are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field.
Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. To throw is Goff. Complete. It's Johnson. And that's good for a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, It's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Solo left Zion.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first-half lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and a route is on here in this first half.
Saints 10. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down.
At the 30-yard line.
The slot man in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Saints on third down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Play action, it's gone. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's gone. Into the hands of Perry, complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the Saints first down.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Johnson's got it complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Inside handoff now. Miller. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Taken at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
The tackle made
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Again, it's Miller. He gets away from one. He stiff arms him. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Back to throw. Goff. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Goff now to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Looking for Campbell downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 18 now. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Now, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown! A.T. Perry, 75 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Miami set to take over. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Dolphins add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. It's fielded at the 45. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. He goes 55 yards on the punt return. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Goff. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Take it at the 37. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Going to the air, Tagovailoa looking for Campbell downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Let's go now, let's go. 44, ready, let's go. Hey! Number 1, high.
Tua, a final shot before half. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and...
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnover.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 60 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Tua. He finds his man, complete. That's Perez. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Saints 31. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Maverick!
Now a play fake, and it's gone.
And this one nearly picked off. Yeah, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
Here's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Goff now looking to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Saints first down. 1st and 10.
Slot man moves right.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Goff now on second down.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
46-yard line.
Hey, kill!
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge, maybe not.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And it's fielded at the 34. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material?
He's got a man complete, and that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. 50 yards. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Goff's throw into the hands of Henry here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Gone. And he can't escape, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Returnable here from the 38. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown Dolphins. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Obama.
Now a first down throw. Gone.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. But my goodness, CD, I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 47 yards.
And the Dolphins are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point by Butker. Target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
You ain't doing nothing
And
today.
it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And first and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds.
And now off to the races, down the right side. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
This a 2nd and 8.
Now gone. Underneath for Miller. Touchdown, Saints.
Kendra Miller.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Dolphins offense returning to the field. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. A great effort there. 82 yards.
And the Dolphins are pouring it on. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
You ain't going nowhere.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Goff. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Now Goff. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a...
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to Johnson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
To the air again. Goff. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Isaiah Simmons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A shotgun snap for Goff. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. safe. Go ahead. Watson, Oscar.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking for Campbell downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
There he goes left side. And running with power here. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 50 yards.
50 yards on the play.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board, both offense.